It's finally happening. Edward is watching Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone for the very first time. I grew up watching these movies and I love them. But now this is Edward's first time stepping into the wizarding world with completely fresh eyes. Let's just jump into it.
My kid is obsessed with Harry Potter now. She's 9, and last year she was Hermione for Halloween. And so when I told her, she's seen, I think she's seen up to the third movie. But when I told her that we were going to be reviewing it, she was like, "Yeah, let's do it," and she was, really into it. I don't love the movie. It's my first time watching it, and it's been years, and I'm not the fan that Griffin and my family members are. So this comes from a different perspective. I will say I'm able to enjoy the movie. I'm able to enjoy the characters. It's opening a brand new world for me. I understand the obsession with Harry Potter, and I'm fully aware that it is a cultural phenomenon and it is a crazy money making machine. That I get 100%. And from the first 10 minutes of the movie, I'm like, I see why. I see the appeal. Magic, kids go to magic. Who the hell wants to go to normal school? And all of a sudden you're this young boy who gets the opportunity to go to a magic school. Yeah, who the hell's not gonna see the appeal to that? And then he makes friends. And so it opens again. I've never read the books. I didn't know anything going in other than Harry Potter, magical kid. That's as far as I knew. And so the introduction to these characters, where he lives with his crappy uncles, and I don't think this is a spoiler alert for anyone, but the scar on his forehead thing, his parents were murdered because of a crazy wizard. I'm like, okay, I see where this is going. And then when and again, this is my introduction to this world, so I know nothing of it. So seeing him living with his shitty uncles, his uncle's a complete douchebag. His aunt is too. Every one of us has that one cousin we wish we could throw out a window. Harry's got that cousin. I knew he went to a magical school. I just didn't know how all that develops. His best friend Ron, Hermione, which I think, these characters, these actors, I think they were perfectly cast. And again, probably I'm going to get some hate for people that have read the books and are book fans. And I get that. I feel that way when I
No, they're still
read
solid.
a book and then I watch a movie. But for me, who my first introduction is this movie, I think the cast is great. I don't have an issue with the cast. I look at the cast and I'm like, yeah, that's Harry Potter. That's Ron, whatever the hell his last name is. That's Hermione. Okay, let's go. And then when they go to the school, they don't just go to the school. There's this whole almost Lion the Witch in the Wardrobe travesty that they go through to actually get to the school. And when they get to the school, damn, that place looks phenomenal, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, my daughter's like, I want to go to school there. I'm like, yeah, I do too, and I'm a grown ass man. But I want to go to that school. It just looks very Wayne Manor-ish, Castle Doom. I love it. I'm a sucker for stuff like that. The professors are what I would expect a wizard professor to be. And I'm sorry if I forget some of their names. Griffin had helped me out with that, but Dumbledore is one that I think he's recast because the actor passed away in one of the movies. I'm not sure. But that dude's a great actor. And I bought him as, is he the headmaster? That's the vibe I got? Yeah, he's the headmaster of the school. But there's this whole mystery behind him. They're trying to keep certain things from Harry. And I'm wondering, because I'm discovering this stuff for the first time. Like my daughter, she wants to sit there and spoil stuff for me. I'm like, shh, don't tell me, because we're going to do all of the movies. For you that have read the books and things like that, I thought it was going to be bored out of my mind. I thought it was like, Percy Jackson never really did it for me. The movies or the show, I think I read one of the books. It never did it for me. I didn't feel that from here. And I think that's mainly because of the level of cast.
For sure.
That Professor Snape is one that stood out for me. I like that actor. Rest in peace. And he stood out for me. He's just dark, gritty. I think I had a teacher like that. And he was kind of a dick, but I think there was a purpose to his dickness. And I don't know. I'm walking in the dark with this stuff. I don't know shit about these characters other than little bits and pieces that Griffin and my daughter have told me. But I think there's some purpose to his dickness. I don't know. I could be dead wrong. I don't know if he's a full-out villain or if he's going to turn around and, be one of those, I'm almost a villain, but I end up saving the day type. I want to continue because I'm intrigued by that. Then there's the other professor whose name I can't fucking pronounce.
McGonagall?
There you go. I don't know what's up with her. I don't know if she's just being a straight up biatch or if, again, there's a purpose to that. But, we're on this journey. This is the first one. I had a good time. I don't love it, but I had a good time. The cast is great. I know I keep saying that, but it really is. in a thing like this where it's a book franchise, you've got to nail the cast. If you don't nail the cast, no matter how great the script is, you're not going to care. I will say this:
Yeah, for
I
sure.
usually have a strong, hard time lately with movies getting me to care about the characters. From the first 10 minutes of the movie, I was like, "Damn, Harry's got a hard life." You got me to care in the first 10 minutes. So that's a testament to how good this is.
Yeah, and honestly, what makes this movie so good and this series so good is not really the stories. The story is, let's be honest, it's a bit mediocre, but the cast and the supporting cast of these movies are phenomenal. As you said, Snape, McGonagall, Dumbledore, even the Dursleys, they are fantastic. And that's what honestly makes this movie for me, is just the supporting cast and just watching all of them interact and go through this journey together. And one thing as well is the set design, which I feel like doesn't get talked enough, is that it's so well done, so intricate. You immediately buy it's this magical castle, and if you've like seen set pictures, it looks so beautiful. It's gorgeous, and somehow it only gets even better. And the CGI, as you said, is so well done. Yeah, you could tell a little bit with the troll, but for 2001, I think this is stellar. I'm a huge fan of this series, and I know there is the remake coming out with the show. I hope, at least for that, they build upon the story a little bit, add some scenes that weren't in the book to help tie the entire story together. Like, add some scenes with Sirius, like, fully flesh out the murder of the Potters in the very beginning, and, like, have a whole scene to it. Add the stakes and show why Voldemort is actually this big Dark Lord that we really don't see.
The only thing that I can say to, just to close off my final thoughts on this is, having seen this, and again, I haven't seen the other 6 or 7 of them that are
Seven,
left.
yeah.
I don't know why the hell, other than just to make money, they've
It's
chosen
just money.
to remake this in a series format. I don't know why, and I certainly don't understand some of the casting choices that they've made for the new series. And I feel the same way about that as I do about the new Narnia stuff that's going on over at Netflix. I understand Narnia more because it only had 3 movies. They kind of skipped some, and then they just kind of, the third one didn't do as well as the first 2. But with Harry Potter, this was a hugely. I remember, even though I didn't go see any of them, I remember them just destroying the box office. So I don't understand. And then they have a theme park or 2,
Several.
and the merchandise sells like crazy. Again, my daughter was Hermione for Halloween last year. The damn one alone was expensive. So they're making all this money. They don't need to. What I'm afraid of is, and I know Griffin and I won't watch it. My daughter already told me, she's like, no. And she's only 3 movies in, or 4, and she already told me she's not watching that new iteration. But my only question is with that is, they could tarnish something great. So with this, and I still have 7 movies to go to, be able to actually form an opinion on the entire franchise. But thus far, the first movie, I had a very decent time with it. My kid loved it, and I don't understand the need other than to just make some money, make it again, make it new when this is still very fresh. Really, I mean, I know it's been several years. Beautiful Emma Watson. My wife always cracks a joke that I have a crush on her, but again, she's not 9 years old anymore. She's close to 40. So these kids have grown up. I know it's been some time, but they're still the CGI. Honestly, I mean, there's some things that I'm like, it could have been better. So I had a good time. Let's see what the second one holds.
Yeah, absolutely. And let us know what your thoughts are about Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. If you enjoy our review for this one, you can check out our review for Percy Jackson if you're a fan of a similar sort of style of show.